Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back, fam. I know it's been a little bit, but we're back for another NFL episode. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Let's do our usual, buddy.
Cheers,
Cheers, buddy.
buddy. Eh.
That's funny. Coca-Cola. My guy got a little bit of root beer.
OAW.
Oh, man. So it's the playoffs. Today's episode is probably not going to be as long as our normal ones.
The season's winding down.
Season is winding down.
It's a little sad.
I know. The last episode's going to be a little like.
Football just comes and goes, I swear.
I was thinking about that actually like a few weeks ago where I'm like, damn, we're literally like a few weeks away from the NFL ending, the NFL season ending.
It's a shame. It's bittersweet. I need to see the off season for my Titans.
I was going to say,
I need it.
a lot of people were talking to me about, they were like, what are your thoughts about the Eagles and did you really think that they were going to like, win? Mind you, the fan of me, yeah, I wanted them to win. But I also was just like, you know what? We're not winning a championship, and I'm the most realistic fan out there. I feel like we're not winning a championship, so just put us out of our misery. Get us out of this. We're not beating the Niners, and we're not beating the Lions, and definitely ain't beating the damn Ravens if we make it all the way there. So
Yeah, I can imagine very disappointing um having the start you had, basically three-quarters of the way through the season.
that was the most fraudulent start in the whole entire, like in all of NFL.
It kind of reminds me of a lot of what was it, 2 or 3 years ago when the Steelers were undefeated with Ben
Yeah,
for like the first like 8 or 10.
was that like one of his last years that he was on?
Yep,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
they played
yeah.
Buffalo in the
Yep,
playoffs, and then they got
they got
their
annihilated.
ass wiped. And then it kind of reminds me similarly to that, but I know it's disappointing. You wanted something better, but I think to your point, it probably was the best thing just to lose and get it out of the way, not give you guys any false hope for the next week versus one of the
Yeah.
the big dogs there. And I think they've already made some of the right choices by getting rid of the OC in DC. Got a
They
clean house there.
cleaned house, but at the same time, man, like I do a lot of defending Nick Sirianni because listen, I am a Nick Sirianni guy. I like him. I think that you need to have, like, sometimes you need to just have someone who is just a head coach that like manages the team, that builds up the camaraderie, gets the team hype and whatnot. And then you have the offensive guy focused on the offense, defensive guy focused on the defense. Those sort of things. Um, I One of the things that, like, people were talking about is having a Super Bowl contending team. Your coaches are likely to get poached, and that's now talking about the downside of him not calling plays.
Right.
With our offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators getting poached. I mean, it's like now we're having to change everything again with the team and the offense because now we're having a new person come in, a new person call the plays and do all that stuff. So I see both sides to it. I see both sides where I'm like, I can appreciate, but then I can also dislike him. I will say that I am over his elongated freaking responses when it comes to talking about Jalen Hurts or talking about like, bro, just say that the team needs to get their stuff together and move on. I
Hmm.
don't need to hear Jalen, definitely know, like, and he's going into context, and I'm like, bro, you're just literally digging a hole.
Speeding into the media.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I can't. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Like, don't feed into the media. I guess I get it that you have to go ahead and answer some questions, but you don't have to answer all of them like to that extent. And you can just go ahead and just give him a plain answer. But he's not going to hear this, so who the hell cares? Who the freaking hell cares? It is what it is.
I,
He's
I
coming back.
I think no, yeah, I think there was a lot of validity to what you said. I think he's a great players coach. I think he connects well with the players. I think for the most part he has pretty good relationships with them. You know, he's a confidence booster.
Yeah.
You know, he's one of those type of guys. I think it worked so well the year before because Steichen was like the technician.
Steichen
Like
was
like
was deadly.
he's the guy that's able to see the field, make those adjustments. So like I think that as a blend really worked, and obviously Johnson just isn't
Yeah.
quite there, right? And Gannon, I mean, like Gannon was okay. I mean, I know you all hated his guts. He was okay. I think I think going into the season, you lost a lot of talent, and then I just think what's his name, Asai, whatever.
Yeah, Sean Desai.
Yeah, I think he had an uphill battle. He didn't do a great job. I think it's the right move to try to find a different mind.
Got you got Vic Fangio in there now,
Yeah,
so that's going to be good. I'm really curious about what they're going to do at OC.
I saw some reports about Cliff Kingsbury.
I don't like Cliff at all. I don't want Cliff in there. I really would like Eric Bieniemy.
Yeah,
I'll take
I
Eric
don't think Cliff
Bieniemy.
be bad though.
I don't want Cliff.
I think he's a good
I
OC.
don't want to see his face on that sideline.
He
He has the he looks like he's 24/7 stoned.
he might be. Maybe that's what. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not
Would
for
you
it.
take Arthur
Now,
Smith?
no. Hell no. You can go ahead and pack him up in a box and ship him out into the ocean. I don't care.
I could see him going with Vrabel somewhere.
So, well, there's only what, two teams or one team that's
Left for a head
there's
coach.
two openings. Seattle and Atlanta.
Seattle, Atlanta. No, Atlanta hired.
Atlanta hired, you're right. Seattle and who else?
Carolina.
No, Carolina has a coach.
Who they hire?
Let's
I know. Titans. I'll talk on that real quick. Titans got Brian Callahan, OC from the Bengals.
that was a good one.
I love the hire. I mean, the only other guy I would have wanted over him is Ben Johnson, which I'm hearing that it's almost a lock. He's going to be the Redskins coach.
Mhm.
Um,
Carolina has Dave Canales.
Dave Canales.
He was the Tampa Bay offensive coordinator.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay,
Mhm.
that happened recently. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
The only ones that are open are Seattle and Washington.
Seattle, Washington.
So
Wonder if the Bills end up firing McDermott.
this is what I said in a perfect. This is my perfect world scenario.
Hey, go ahead, later.
Let's go ahead and let's venture into the world of perfectness for Joxy. In a perfect world, I'm Howie, right? Let's say I'm Howie, and I'm going over to Vrabel. I give Vrabel a call. Hey Vrabel, how you doing, buddy? Hope all's going well. Hey man, so I know you really want a head coach. I know you really want a head coach. We want you as a head coach. We think that you fit Philly as a head coach. But listen, do us a solid. Ride this year out as our DC. Come over here, be our DC. This is before Vic, obviously, getting hired. Come over here and be our DC. All right. Build that defense back to who it was and have these fans go ahead and love you. Sooner or later, these fans in the middle of the season are going to be like, we don't want Sirianni. We want Vrabel as the head coach. And guess what? You'll end up winning a Super Bowl because your Super Bowl winning built up defense that you went ahead and you built up, you know, that quick. And now Sirianni is off into the sunset and Vrabel's the head coach for the Philadelphia Eagles of 2025. That's a perfect world scenario. Clearly, we're not in a perfect world. That's not going to happen. So I'm just gonna not go ahead and we're gonna get ourselves out of that perfect world scenario.
Well, we're shooting that one down.
Yeah, that one's getting knocked down, of course.
No, I mean,
It
yeah,
it,
in
sound
your
it
perfect world,
sounds
then yes. I mean, that
yeah,
would be
it sounds
amazing.
good,
Yeah.
but no, I like we so the Eagles they hired Vic. Right now, I know that they're obviously looking at OC. Supposedly, they are going to talk to their OC also about a QB coach. So maybe their OC having opinions on a QB coach, which literally points to Eric Bieniemy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean he'd be a good fit for Jalen.
He would be Eric. You come over here, you can do exactly what you did in Kansas City with Jalen. Guess what? Same scenario that I literally just said about variable could happen with Bieniemy.
Yeah,
He ends up doing so well.
he takes the head
Guess what,
coaching
buddy?
job.
You take the head coaching job with us, and Sirianni's out. Then we don't have to worry about this whole continuity ish of our freaking coaches getting poached. Because then he's the guy who's calling the plays is going to be our head coach again.
Yeah,
You know.
and then yeah.
So there's a lot of things that I have in my mind with this Eagles signing so far. Um,
What's your
but
biggest wish? Real quick, what's your biggest wish list? We get you the number one thing that you want going into next year.
number one thing,
It could
oh,
be a player. It could be what you know.
you know, I would say linebacker, a premier linebacker like Patrick Queen
The Ravens.
from the Ravens. I don't see it happening because of Howie making a comment the other day saying that they're not going to address the linebacker position.
Jesus.
There's a lot of mock drafts that are pointing to the Eagles drafting offensive linemen again, which I get it,
Can't
but I'm
hate that
also
ever.
like over it. Um, so I guess what I would say that I would want is for them to re-sign DeAndre Swift.
Okay. I like that. I think they absolutely should lock him up for like two,
I would say 3 years,
3 year deal.
a 3 year deal, lock him up. Devontae needs a contract. He's due for one. Um, so yeah, I mean those. I mean it's going to be DeAndre. I think he definitely needs to get signed because if he doesn't come back, that's going to be the one. Like I just don't. I would not understand it. Um, and mind you, I, I I go ahead and I like have these preconceived notions already about the Eagles whenever they make these switches or whenever they let a player go. I'm like, F it, they're gonna suck. And then out of nowhere they get somebody. Just like last year where Miles Sanders was gone and I was like, great, we're gonna suck. All we're gonna have is KG. And then they signed DeAndre. And I'm like, oh God, we're gonna be the greatest team in the
Yeah.
world.
And DeAndre did good.
DeAndre did good. So that's what I would say. What's your biggest wish right now in the offseason?
I want T. Higgins. I want T. Higgins. He's a free agent.
Damn.
I mean, I think the Bengals might try to franchise tag him. I don't know if he'll do it, but with Brian Callahan coming from Tennessee, he has some ties from. I
Damn.
think I'd love that. Address O line in the draft, and let's go
Will
get
Levis,
and let's go get T Higgins,
and Traylon.
Traylon and D Hops. I would love that.
Oh,
I think that'd be really good for Will.
I didn't know D Hop was still there. I thought D Hop was only there for 1 year.
No, no, he's still there.
Nice.
Yeah, so we got D Hop. Yeah, I that's my biggest thing I'd love is we can lock up T Higgins as our receiver
That's
one.
a good one. I like that one. I like that one a lot. Let me go ahead and let's clap our hands for that. That's a really good one. All right, so as we're talking about these hirings, let's actually talk about the rest of the league. So I have the list right here. So first things first. Obviously, we got Patriots, Gerard Mayo.
It remains to be seen.
Yeah,
Uh, excited, happy. I liked him as a player. He was a very, very good player, great leader. Sounds like I hear good things. From the past couple of years of coaching with the Patriots under Bill. So, um, yeah, excited to see what he does there.
Carolina with Dave Canales. I'm not sure. I don't know who. I don't know much about him. He's young, 42 years old, but he
He's been able to get Baker playing well,
right now
which I think is huge.
he's he needs to get a better quarterback down there.
I mean,
Bryce
they're
Young's
gonna have to try again.
I know, but Bryce Young's not the answer. I get what you're saying, but
No,
Bryce Young
I
is
you know
not
how
the
I
answer.
feel about him, so I agree. I just he don't. Let me say this. I mean, he's probably a guy that will get the best out of him, and we'll see what that is.
Right. Yeah. That team still has a lot of holes. They got to figure.
They're not a season away.
And they need to go ahead and get their whole camaraderie together because Miles Sanders went ahead and posted a
Well,
picture and he was just
Tepper's
like,
got to tone it down. He's got to stop acting. He's got to stop talking. Just fucking be an owner and shut the
yeah,
fuck up.
yeah, that's true. Tennessee, Brian Callahan. So you
Yeah, I talked
commented on
about
him,
it.
yeah,
Yeah, I love the hire. Like I said, he was my number two guy. I think he's a great offensive mind. He's worked with Peyton Manning with
yeah,
Denver. Some of the good years with Derek Carr and the Raiders. Obviously Joe Burrow. So he's a quarterback guru. I love it for Will Levis.
yeah. I'm excited for that for you guys to see how that pans out. Um, the Titans could be that team that could start creeping back up into the conversations again of being in contention.
It's gonna. This all
Um,
season's huge. They got $100 million in cap. Let's see what we can do with it.
holy shit!
That's what I'm saying. Let's go get T.
Goodness me, Morris. I like this hiring a lot.
I like it too.
I will be honest. I
I
like it
do
a
like
lot.
Raheem. I am surprised they passed up on Belichick for him, but
So what was said? I guess is that a lot of owners believe that if they were to hire Belichick, that they would essentially have to replace everybody from top to bottom.
and they don't want to do that. Meaning
Because like
staff, you mean?
yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I guess where Belichick goes, he has his own crew.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Like everybody,
Yeah.
everybody,
Yeah, he takes them with him.
equipment people, I guess, all of
Yeah,
that stuff. So like it's like oh, I guess there was people were saying that there's owners that don't want to like break relationships that they have with certain people
that's
in the
fair.
organization. So that's the reason why they've gone a different route. Um, but no, I mean Raheem Morris could be a good young coach that could get that team together. I think that they need a quarterback. We had that conversation the other night inside the car. I like Russ going down there. That's actually a good.
I think they just need like a vet. Yeah, something. Yeah, that could be a good spot for him.
That would be a good one. Moving on, Chargers.
That's the best hire you can get.
Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yep.
What was funny is that I'm at the gym. I look at the screen. Harbaugh's interviewing with Chargers. I do my set. I look up at the screen. Breaking news: Harbaugh
He's
signs as a
hired.
Charger. I'm like, what did he just walk in and said? All right, where do I sign, guys?
They already had a check waiting right there for him. It's like okay. No, I mean
That's an
that's the
amazing
best guy
signing.
that could go for Herbert.
Yeah,
I I think finally maybe Herbert can reach his full potential. They obviously the line needs to be solid. They need to get people healthy like Mike Williams. I don't know if Quentin Johnston's it, so they might have to bring some more talent in, on the back end there. But no, I love it. He's a culture setter.
you think they
You know,
keep Austin Eckler over there too?
nope, his ass is gone. He could.
You think they go because they're in the top 10.
I mean, they
You think they get Blake Corum?
that he definitely could be in play. I mean, I don't see they are going to address that in the draft because obviously Joshua Kelly isn't it. You know who's been disappointing is what's his name Spiller. What's his first name? He got
C.J.
drafted.
Spiller?
Is it C.J.
I
Spiller?
think it is C.J. Spiller.
He
Yeah, they're number 5, so they definitely could
he
go. They can get Blake Corum.
he's been so they need someone like that. No, you're not going to pay Austin Eckler when you can draft him on a rookie contract. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's someone I'm curious to see where he goes. But no, great
Oh wait,
signing.
not C.J. Spiller. C.J. Spiller's retired.
Oh yeah, he would CJ. But what is his? Let's go to. It's bothering me.
The Chargers running
Yeah,
backs.
yeah.
All right, let's go. So we're looking up the Chargers running backs
I
as
have
we
to hear this.
speak right now. Isaiah Spiller,
Isaiah Spiller. Okay.
Elijah Dotson, Jarrett Patterson. Yeah, and then you
Yeah,
got obviously
they're all
Joshua Kelly and,
bums.
and
Yeah, they're
Austin
all bums.
Brown.
So yeah, good hire though.
Very good hire, and yeah, number 5 and draft. So that's gonna be good. Last one that was hired, which this was like a no brainer. Antonio Pierce,
I'm happy for him.
very much so.
Um, I hope he does well. That's all I gotta say. They got to build that roster up though, or else
It's
he's not gonna be able to change what they got there.
yeah, that team has a lot that they have
Starts
to.
with the quarterback.
That's the only team that they like get so hype with just sucking, and they're just like I don't know. They accept mediocre.
We just signed Jacoby Myers. We're about to be balling. Like it's like dog. Like yeah, he's all right, but you ain't changing much over there, man. Like literally.
Oh, I loved Justin. He's like, I love AOC. We can go into the season with AOC. I'm like, bro, you don't believe that. Stop saying it. You don't believe that in yourself. Like, you need a quarterback. You need a better freaking quarterback than that. Shit, y'all might benefit from freaking Russ.
The Chargers finally have a real coach now, and the Chiefs are the Chiefs. Like no, I'm sorry
Yeah,
that that ain't
AOC
happening.
is not gonna do it for y'all. I'm sorry.
Y'all, they gotta figure something out though. They're not in a place to draft someone great, and I don't know what's their cap situation. I know they've freaking got to pay McDaniel's now, and then they're paying Gruden still.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. Oakland Raiders cap space. Does this give me active roster? All right. Let's see. I don't. This doesn't give me anything.
Figure that out later, I guess. But
Yeah. I mean, it says the Raiders sit fourth in effective cap space at $39 million.
that's solid. That's not bad. It's like two big free agents they could get
But this was no. That was last year's freaking.
this year.
Um. That's not this year's team cap. Oh wait, 36 million.
36 mil.
Yep, 36 mil. Says right there.
Or yeah, that's solid. But they definitely have to make some changes. They gotta definitely hit in the draft. Um, they can't waste Devonte Adams' good years.
They're still paying Jimmy G.
Yeah, I mean he could be a cut candidate or a trade candidate
Yeah,
maybe.
because that money right there that they're paying him, 28 mil. That's a lot of money for
Someone that ain't
someone
playing.
that ain't playing. He's always injury. He's Mr. Glass, injury prone.
Mm,
So
he'll be on the Redskins
yeah. All right. So moving on. So last week, or actually, it was last no, a couple weeks ago.
two
We
weeks ago.
yeah we created our teams, and
We
so far, I mean, I think we're what you said we're tied.
No, I think you got me by one or two. So you have Lamar, CMC, Amonra, Zay, Laporta in defense. I have
Ravens defense, by the way, so everybody knows.
I have Lions running backs. I have Kelsey and my defense. So you got me by two right now. Six
Okay.
to four. Yeah, 6-4.
And I honestly, I, I'm gonna we're gonna go into it right now with this weekend.
Ravens,
Ravens Lions. I think Ravens Lions.
Super Bowl.
Yep.
That's what I want. But from what's left, I don't want the Chiefs to win.
Don't want the Chiefs to win.
And I don't want the
I don't think
Niners.
the I don't think the Chiefs win.
Dude, I'm nervous.
I really
I
don't
think the
want the
Chiefs are gonna win,
I
dude.
really don't want the Niners to win because like this whole Super Bowl colors logo and whatnot, and
That whole thing. I
I'm
don't know if
like
that's
I
real,
really
dude.
hope that this does not play out
I feel like
to feed
it's
into it.
just yeah, people just exactly that. They're just feeding into that. I don't
Yeah.
think it's real.
But no. I don't think the Chiefs win. Like this is going to be that game that yeah, I think like Pat still has his where he's going to be able to do what he wants to do. Like he can probably run around there and try to like make some completions, but I just think this is the year that Baltimore can easily one up them and just continue matching anything that they go ahead and they try to do.
Well, they are going to have Mark Andrews back, which is huge.
Oh, and
Which is
that's
huge.
bro. Listen, no timeout, timeout. Mark Andrews was healthy last week, right? They didn't want him bringing him back last week because they're like, no, 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 let's wait.
Smart. Smart
Smart,
play. Yeah.
very smart. Not only is he healthy, he's 110% healthy. That man said that he is ready. When you get that man on fire, like ready, and then Lamar's like, I got my security blanket back. You mean to tell me that they can go ahead and throw Lamar? They can throw Isaiah Likely and Mark Andrews out there, and y'all aren't no, 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 no. I'm sorry. I
I just
don't
think
think the
Mahomes
Chiefs
is
do
the
it.
new Brady, and it's just like he finds a way. It does not matter. It doesn't matter who's on the other side. It doesn't matter that he's away. I hate it. And let me just say for the record, I do not like the Ravens. I'm not a fan of the Ravens. I never have been. They just always piss me off. Them and the Titans have some history over the years. But I want them to win.
I didn't know that you hated the Ravens like that.
I do not like them.
Wow.
Um, but I want them to win. I'm tired of seeing the Chiefs there. I just have this I'm I just have this feeling that the Chiefs are going to pull it off still.
Don't say it.
Um, I think it's going to be like a like a 26 to like 23 type of game. Ravens just can't get it done. That's my prediction. I hope I'm wrong on that game.
My prediction is I'm going 34-17.
Wow. So you think they not only win by like handsomely? I hope you're right. They are home. I hope you're right. Um,
I don't think their defense can keep up with. Now, mind you, that offense, going back to the Ravens offense, like not only do they have Zay, they have Odell Beckham. I mean, Nelson Aguilar's been helping them out this year.
yeah, I
But
mean,
then
they
this
got
is
Bateman. I mean, they have pieces.
they got
Yeah,
Rashad Bateman. You
yeah,
also got to worry about when Lamar starts running around.
yeah.
Like, and
They're gonna have to
that's
play spy.
when when you for anybody who's listening who doesn't know football, when you have a quarterback that is running, right? And if the receivers see that, they're running with him like in that same direction. And they're typically doing like a normal route. And the minute that they see that their quarterback running a different direction, bam, they go that route.
Lead block.
Now you have that dude that's sitting there trying to guard them that he's just like lost. Like, where the fuck did they just go? Because he's thinking that they're going on a normal route. Well, no. Because now you have the defender looking at the quarterback and like, shit, now I got to
Mm-hmm.
possibly run up to go ahead and tackle the quarterback or lose my.
Stay with
It's
my defense. Yeah, stay with
right.
my.
So
Yeah,
they have like they say like the cornerback position is like the hardest position to play in the NFL.
1,000%.
I I tried out my freshman year when I played football my freshman year of high school. I was a punter and a kicker, but then I also played wide receiver. Right? They in high school you play both sides,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, "What position do you want to play on?" I'm like, "I don't play defense. I'm not trying to play no defense." They're like, "You got to pick a position." I'm like, "All right, cornerback." Bro, those drills put me through a freaking blender.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't know if I want to. I don't. I can't do it. I
it's a
can't do
tough
it.
position, man.
Yeah, you got to think on your toes like that. Like it's
Play
real
against.
quick.
It's instinctual. You play with play against athletic fucks. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
It's like, God damn it.
yep,
Is he stopping on a dime or is he just fucking turning on the jets?
yep.
Like, yeah.
So it's an interesting. I think it's going to be an interesting weekend with those two teams because I don't think the Chiefs secondary can keep up with not only with their receivers but also having to
The tight end combo
keep
and
track of the tight ends and also Lamar. We're not even talking about Justice Hill and Gus Edwards either. So
they've been playing good ball.
yeah.
Yeah.
Other
Lion
side,
Lions
Lions Niners,
at 49ers. Uh
close game. I think this one's going to be a closer game.
I think it's going to be close too. Obviously, I want the Lions to win. I am taking them to win. I think I'm actually going to throw a bet on them to win. Um, I just think they're having a pretty magical season. I think they're a very well-rounded team,
Yeah.
well coached. I think Debo playing, I think that's getting. I feel like he's going to be more of a decoy, like he was
You
early.
were. I was gonna say you took it right. You took the words out of my mouth. He's only playing to be a decoy. That's it.
Didn't he had a game earlier this season? It
He
was
did the
kind of the
same exact
same
thing.
where he didn't even catch a pass.
Nope.
I think he took like maybe 2 or 3 carries and that was it. Uh,
I have fantasy
I
up.
don't.
I can open because
I'm
I
not
have
sure
him.
what
I
week,
had him on my goddamn
but
fantasy
I'm
team.
almost positive because he was like it was like yeah he's playing and that's all he's gonna be. They'll probably have him doing a lot of motion on the line of scrimmage and whatnot, staying you know. So I think the Lions can capitalize on that. I think they have a lot of momentum. It sucks that they're not home, but Jarrett's seasoned. He's been there. He's done it. He's gotten to the Super Bowl. I think he can rally the group. They have a bunch of athletic guys there. Defense playing phenomenal. Am I right?
Yep. Well, he actually had two games. So against Arizona, he had 0 catches, 0 targets.
Uh,
Um,
he might have gotten. No, no, you're right.
and
Okay,
then against Cleveland, he had one. This is probably the one where he got hurt because he has 1 target. Um, he probably rushed. Yeah, he had 11 rushing yards on this one,
okay,
and he was out for for 3 weeks after that. So that was when he
gotcha.
got hurt. So that
Yeah, that's
that
why
probably was the one where like, against Arizona where he was playing a decoy game.
I'm thinking something like that. And um, yeah, so I'm really rooting for him. I mean, don't get me wrong. Ayuk, I think, could have a monster game versus that secondary. They do give up a lot of yards to the receivers like that. CMC will do his thing, so I think it's gonna be close. I'm thinking, um, maybe like 31-27 win.
I got 28-24.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. So
I think
four.
I think I think the Lions are good. I think they can go ahead and they can beat the Niners, but I don't think the Lions are good enough to go ahead and throw up 30 plus points on the Niners. Like if that, I don't know if that makes sense, but
No, no, no. That's
like
fair. I just feel like it's
I
gonna
think the Niners
be.
could.
I just feel it's gonna be back and forth and
Yeah,
like
I this
adrenaline.
I think that game's going to be honestly the game of the weekend.
That's gonna be fun, dude.
Yeah, it's going to
That's the
be.
game I'm more looking for. I mean, I just the Chiefs just don't do it for me right now.
Well,
I'm just not excited
I
about that
really
game.
hate watching the Chiefs when they play now because of the fact that Taylor Swift.
Yeah, that
Anyways,
whole thing. Yeah,
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 I don't.
yeah.
I just hate it.
Now,
Uh,
but I mean, at this point, my dream Super Bowl would be Ravens Lions, and I will be the biggest Lions fan for the next 2 weeks.
yeah.
That happens.
So it's gonna.
If it hold on, if it is the Chiefs and Niners, who you rooting for? Isn't that tough? I think I'm rooting for the Niners.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to root for the Niners. I like Fred Warner.
I like Ayuk. I respect Shanahan.
Shanahan is single-handedly like the smartest coach.
He's an offensive genius.
Yeah,
Yeah, he is.
he's really good. But no, uh, I don't want to think that. I really want to see Lamar like finally get his.
At least one of the two between the Ravens and Lions have to get there.
Yeah,
Need one of them too.
yeah. And I don't need to have this freaking script to be legit.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing. I mean, I don't love the Ravens, but I do like
Yeah,
Lamar. And I respect
we we've
John too. He's a
we've
good
gotten to
coach.
the point now where so many teams like rejected Lamar in this offseason. Imagine that he could have been somewhere else, and
The
nobody
Ravens are
wanted
probably
him.
like, thank fucking Lord, we just.
Hell yeah,
I mean, the bottom line is it's taken him years. I'm not saying like 3 or 4 years ago he was able to do this. In my opinion, I'm not quite sure, but he can make every NFL throw at this point.
yeah,
He can, and he just happens to bring that other element to it. Is he as does he have as great of a pocket presence as some of the other guys, Mahomes and Josh Allen and
hmm
whatnot? Maybe not,
yeah,
but hey, he's a superstar.
yeah. It's gonna be a great weekend. I'm looking forward to these games tomorrow night. I myself might throw a little something on there, so who knows?
Oh, I definitely.
We'll see. But my guy, love doing this with you. So
Yeah,
cheers to another great episode.
absolutely.
Appreciate everybody for tuning in today. Y'all can go ahead and clip that for your future soda commercials.
Yeah,
He'll be your model.
happy to do it.
All right, guys. Have a great weekend. And if you're not doing anything, go ahead and crack a cold one.